America, the home of the brave and the land of the free, where dreams are told they come true and where anything is possible. September 11th, 2001. What seems to be your regular Tuesday morning throughout America is soon changed into horror. Two airliners crash into the World Trade Center in New York City, causing them to collapse. At the same time, another airliner strikes the Pentagon. A plane also crashes into a field near Washington. The following are the official events that occurred during that day. 7:59 a.m. Portland, Maine, Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. Dawn breaks through the cloudless New England sky. Two men enter the Portland airport. They use a first-class one-way ticket to Boston with a connecting flight to LA. Their airliner, Flight 11, takes off as scheduled. 8:15 a.m. United Airlines Flight 175 prepares to take off from Boston Logan International Airport, heading to LA. 8:19 a.m. Flight attendants aboard Flight 11 alert ground personnel that the plane has been hijacked.
The cockpit's not answering. Somebody's stabbed in business class. And I think there's mates that we can't breathe. I don't know. I think we're getting hijacked.
8:20 a.m. American Airlines Flight 77 takes off from Dulles International Airport outside Washington. 8:24 a.m. Hijacker Muhammad Atta of Flight 11 accidentally contacts ground control, apparently in an attempt to speak with the passengers.
Is that American 11 trying to call?
Buddy, we have some planes. Just stay quiet and you'll be okay. We're returning to the airport.
And who's trying to call me here? American 11, are you trying to call?
Nobody move. Everything will be okay. If you try to make any move, you'll injure yourself and the airplane. Just stay quiet.
(8:41 a.m.) Flight 93 takes off from Newark en route to San Francisco. 8:46 a.m. Flight 11 crashes into the tower of the World Trade Center, killing everyone on board and hundreds in the tower. Within seconds, the New York Police Department and the Fire Department of New York City deploy their units. 8:50 a.m. The White House alerts President Bush that a plane had flown into the World Trade Center. Bush was visiting a Florida elementary school at the time. 9:03 a.m. 17 minutes after Flight 11 had hit the North Tower, Flight 175 crashes into the south. 9:08 a.m. The Federal Aviation Administration bans all takeoffs of flights going to New York City and around the area. 9:31 a.m. President Bush calls the events an apparent terrorist attack on our country. 9:37 a.m. Hijackers aboard Flight 77 crash the plane into the western facade of the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. 9:59 a.m. The South Tower collapses. 10:07 a.m. After crew members and passengers aboard Flight 93 contact friends and family and learn about the attacks, they attempt to regain control of the plane. In response, the hijackers deliberately crash the plane in a field in Pennsylvania, killing everyone on board. 10:28 a.m. 103 minutes after being struck by Flight 11, the North Tower collapses. 5:20 p.m. Tower 7 of the World Trade Center collapses after burning for 6 hours. A plane did not strike this tower. 8:30 p.m. Bush addresses the nation, calling the attacks evil, despicable acts of terror. That was the official story given by the US government. More than 65% of Americans believe it is false. Let's look at some facts that don't line up. The official reason given to why the towers collapsed was due to the melting of steel beams. But steel melts at 1,370 degrees Celsius, while jet fuel only tops out at 1,000 degrees Celsius. Another startling fact is the lack of footage from the Pentagon Flight 77 crash. The Pentagon, one of America's top secured buildings, only had one camera facing the impact zone. The video that was reviewed showed no plane, only an explosion. Another fact to point out is President Bush stated that he saw the first attack on TV before going into the classroom where he was told about the second attack. How was he able to see the footage of the first tower being hit when the footage was not released until the next day? On a news report from BBC, a reporter states that Tower 7 has collapsed. However, during her report, you can see that Tower 7 is still fully standing behind her. My final and most startling fact is that 9/11 was predicted ahead of time. I don't just mean like a simple coincidental clue given in a film or something. I mean the exact incident. In the conspiracy fiction television series The Lone Gunman, members of the US government conspired to hijack an airliner, fly it into the World Trade Center, and blame the act on terrorists to gain support for a new profit-making war. Sound familiar? The episode aired 6 months prior to the September 11 attacks. It aired March 4th, 2001. This series was cancelled after one season. So what did really happen on September 11th, 2001? Was the official story the truth, or was it something completely different? I hope this project has helped clear your mind, or better yet, confuse you even more and make you question the facts.